the podcast. Veterans helping veterans, talking about things happening in the veteran community, things we've experienced and overcome, such as addictions, PTSD, depression, legal trouble, and we also promote veteran-owned businesses. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. This is Charlie Mike, the podcast.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Charlie Mike, the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Raul. Guys, man, it's been crazy. I've been excited. You guys know I get extra excited when I have a friend of mine that I served with, not only in the States, I served with them in combat. So y'all already know how I feel about that situation. So Madasit, I'm going to let you start off. Introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, guys? My name is Arik. Me and Raul met, what was it, 2007?
Was it?
Yeah, I think I
don't remember.
Yeah, 2007, October 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And, hit it off. We weren't in the Army. I wasn't in the Army at my unit for like 3 months. And then when I got to the unit, they were like, hey, we go to Iraq in like 3 months, right? Y'all just got back from NTC. I was like, what? I just got here. I can't go nowhere yet. And sure enough, it was like January 5th, we were in Iraq. Gone.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to learn more about you, man, but I want you to introduce the guest.
All right, so brought with me my boy Omar and my buddy Jorvorskie. So me and Omar grew up together, and Jorvorskie, we've known him, like Omar and him knew each other growing up and stuff. I was a little bit younger, so wasn't in that group. But me and Omar own a construction company together. And then we got with Jorvorskie, and Jorvorskie's got this beef jerky line he's trying to come out with. So we started putting our heads together and trying to launch that thing too. So we're running buddies now.
Man, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from.
All right. My name's Omar Yancey, from Lufkin, Texas. Like Arik was saying, we grew up together. I didn't just run around with Jorvorskie, but we knew of each other. He's a big football star. Sure, a lot of people are going to know of him out of Lufkin, Texas.
You don't look that big.
A
A&M.
little dude.
NFL, the whole run. So Arik and I, he went to the military, like you're saying, ran through everything with you. He come back. We linked back up as old friends and got into the construction business. Both worked for the same company. I separated from that for a couple years, come back to it. We're going. Didn't really like how that was going, so I tried to beg him for, multiple years, like, hey, man, let's get out on our own. We need to do this. Like, we can take this another step. I think that there's a lot of things we can change to be successful on our own. And finally convinced him to that about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We started Patriot Construction out of the veteran aspect for him. And
now it's number one construction company in Lufkin.
Number one construction company in Lufkin. Everything's taken off, and I think
we just got
just blend really well
award
with each other.
This week it's like what was it? It's like best in the U.S. company.
Yeah.
Recognized as one of the best companies in the U.S. as far as like customer satisfaction.
Damn, that's what's up, man.
Keeping a 5-star review in your company.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's what it's about, man. Customer service. You get one
That's
bad
it.
Google review, and that's your company.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not, everything's about a paycheck, right, at the end of the day, but we try to treat the business not just that, because the paycheck's inevitable. You're going to get that at the end of the day. But,
Hopefully.
your success for long term, you have to provide, a level of customer service that I really think is dead in a lot of businesses nowadays.
Oh,
And I think
100%.
if you take pride in that and you treat people right and you take pride in what you're doing, you're gonna go, you're gonna go to the next level for longevity instead of be this just bam on the presence, make some money, fizzle out, and kind of lose what you put your efforts into at that point. You're gonna get surpassed.
Yeah, man, that's dope. It definitely is. Once you get to learn. So why construction? It's just something you both were into.
Accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Really,
was complete
as
accident.
crazy as it is, complete accident.
Just necessity of needing a job coming out of the military.
Yeah.
And I went to work for the company. Omar went to work for the same guy, and then we just took everything we knew and learned. And the guy that we worked for, he was one of the best companies in Lufkin. So we got to learn a lot of things. We just didn't like some of the practices that we saw overall in the market or like in the business. And so we just tried to take out all the things that we saw that we didn't like and, apply our values to that and change it all up and come up with our own deal.
That being said, big shout out to that company that we started with. It was a really great mentor
Oh, absolutely.
in that aspect.
Couldn't
Learned
be
a
here
lot
without
from
that
it,
guy.
and so he does deserve that recognition as well. I mean,
That's what's
he
up.
really did help build us. It was time to take a different path and go on to a different level.
I see a lot of y'all when y'all talking about business. I see a lot of myself. It's when people come and talk to me and they say like, "Hey, I want to learn about podcasting." I'm not gonna be like, "Look, this is." I'll tell them bits and pieces. That's not what I do. I tell them everything. I tell them how I became, in the situation I am. I tell them the things that I done wrong that they don't want to do. I'm like, there's no secrets, man, because I'm not competing with you. Your audience is going to be different than my audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes people are going to click on and be like, man, I don't like that dude's voice, and just click off. And it's the same thing. So it's not like I'm not competing with anybody.
No, we
Yeah.
just had a guy last week that another one of our friends we grew up with. He called and was like, "Hey man, do you think y'all could help me look at this house, figure out what it needs to renovate it?" Or he's trying to ask us questions. And when we, the years we were coming up, I remember asking several like home builders or people that had already been doing it for years.
Won't do it.
They wouldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
And so we had to learn everything the hard way.
Yeah.
So whenever he called, I was like, "Yeah, man, come on. Like, we'll go, just ride with us for a whole day, and we'll teach you everything we can teach you in a day,
Yep.
and just absorb everything you got."
That's what it's about.
Because it's a lot of people out there that they feel like their level of success depends on the level of failure of others.
Yeah.
Oh man, 100%.
And it's not really what it is. What it is your level of success is all a part of your own, right?
Yeah.
What pride do you take? What practices do you have? How are you going to grow yourself or your company? And how are you going to be the best you're going to be? And if these people would worry more about internal growth within what they're doing, then they wouldn't have to worry about, the next person. They'll be successful on their own, even if this person, and this person is also successful. I don't have to beat you down and step on your head in order to find my success.
Yeah, that's 100.
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we
Feel
just
like it's-
we just took we've kind of had like a long-term plan, and we've been doing the remodeling, construction, and so we just bought our first house.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first flip house. Which
First
is
flip?
pretty sweet. Yeah.
In Lufkin?
Yep. In
Dope, man.
super nice neighborhood on the golf course.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
And on that point there, to some people that's not like, oh wow, that's not like this big thing and everything, but we didn't come from the same background that a lot of people that get into companies, own companies, have. Like this isn't, we're not from generational wealth.
Yeah.
We didn't have, father didn't have a company that got passed down to us. And matter of fact, father-wise was pretty absent in all of our lives here. And, just to have that struggle growing up and to miss that guidance, of the father, of the man, I feel like it was a really big achievement that we have achieved to break out of, get into what we're doing, find the success we're doing, growing it, and then being, a father in our children's lives. on the back end.
I think it's huge for us.
I mean, it was a big hole for us to climb out of, and people with similar scenarios can probably relate to that.
Yeah.
If you didn't live through that yourself, you might not understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Let's introduce you and let's talk a little bit, bro. How do you say your last name? Is that your last name?
Which one? That's my first name. Jorvorskie is my first name.
Say it.
Jorvorskie.
Jorvorskie. That's your first name?
That's my first name.
Dang. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
We'll make it real simple, man. I'm from Lufkin, Texas, born and raised. Became this phenomenal athlete. Got a full scholarship at Texas A&M. Played 4 years there.
You play quarterback?
Nah, I played a little bit. But nah, man, I played all 4 years there. I still hold the all-time touchdown record there. After college, I went to the Dolphins for 2 years and played with Tampa Bay for 2 years.
Yeah, man. I bet you got to experience a lot, man, doing that. You know, I got some questions for you offline.
Stuff we were talking about on the way here.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I got to experience a little bit, man, coming from Lufkin, man, and able to travel the world. You know what I'm saying? Doing something that I love to do. Being on my own, learning school, being a full-time student, being a full-time athlete, you know, being a father, being a boyfriend, being all the stuff that go into it, man. So, man, I learned a lot on the way for sure.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. So from Lufkin, you know, born and raised, you did your NFL college dream, and then you came back, and what are you doing now?
Man, I've been back and forth. I lived in the cities for years, and man, that city life would get boring. You know, I was just talking to the boys on the way here, man. The traffic, I hate the traffic,
Bro.
So
That's another reason I was late. Yeah.
right. So after my NFL days, man, you get caught up in that world of trying to figure out what to do. I opened up a gym, try to get into real estate, just all certain stuff, you know what I mean? Become a coach and stuff like that, but man, none of that stuff interests me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got in the funk of trying to figure it out. So about 3 months ago, this beef opportunity came through. It presented itself, and I ran with it.
It's good, man. I tasted this Wagyu beef jerky, man. This is what is this one? This is barbecue.
Yeah,
the barbecue bacon. Yeah. Man, props. It's good. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm when it comes to beef jerky, I'm picky about my shit.
Jerky.
That's what I
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's like, no, yeah, man, but this is good, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. It's just one of those deals, man, where, you know what I mean, it's the expectation part. You know what I'm saying? My name on it, my brand on it. And I got to be the best. I mean, that's just what it is.
So J Train, is that what they called you?
Yeah, that was
J-Train.
my nickname.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Why they call you that?
I run over your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, he did too back in the day.
That's what I'm talking about. Were y'all able to witness him play?
I watched him play.
Yeah?
Yep.
Dope, man.
That's how he did it too. He runs straight over those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
How much, in high school, what did you average per carry?
About 5, 6.
Yeah.
Easy.
Every time you touch the ball.
Yeah, easy. You know what I'm saying? I just had it on my mind. I mean, you had to make a decision. Like, a big guy moving that fast, man, you don't want to hit that.
Nah.
That's common sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it. So,
You running at me, I'm running the other way, bro.
For sure.
so now, man, it was a good experience, man.
That's what's up, man. That's congratulations on that, man. I know it takes a lot, you know. Well, shit, just to finish college, it takes a lot, bro, to do the college life, bro. I've been back like 10 times, and I still, ain't.
Oh, I get it, bro. It's a hard process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes a lot out of you, and a lot of people don't understand that. So just imagine juggling that and being a full-time athlete.
Nah.
And what they're requiring of you.
Right.
Oh, and they didn't pay you. You
And
didn't,
they
you
didn't-
didn't get money back then,
I
though.
didn't
huh?
get no money back then, so I'm a little pissed off about that.
Yeah, I would be too. Shit.
I'm a little pissed off about that.
I would be too, man. I saw these boys in college buying their mama's houses and everything. Like, damn,
crazy.
got that
Yep.
that college money.
Yo,
That would be crazy.
I didn't think that was a thing, man.
Transformation to the game there.
Yeah, that's craziness. So man, so when you were young, I know a lot of us said it, man, one day when I get older, I'm gonna go into the NFL. Kind of like a dream, you know what I'm saying? How did it feel to actually make that happen? Was that something that you said when you were little?
Bro,
Were you always a big dude?
I've always been a big dude, but I had always understood that I was different.
Yeah.
Like from the basketball court, from track to football to baseball, anything I did, I dominated.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that me and him met. It was an AAU basketball team that was created when we were kids. He's had a chip on his shoulder because he didn't get to play on the team, but his homeboy got to play on the team. But to sum it up, that's what changed my life. Only because I wasn't just playing talent in Lufkin anymore. We was going across the state, going to Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, playing against older kids. So that's where the monster was built. So when I got to look back to Lufkin, say when school started back, I'm dominating my classmates and they looking at me like, who in the hell is this dude? So I took that same approach that I couldn't be stopped in all sports. And
Shit, bro, just keep that with the rest of your life, man. That mindset.
so I kept
Anything
that.
I do, I'm gonna crush it.
I'm gonna crush it. I mean, it's nothing that I can't do.
Became a lion.
Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
shit.
hard to find these days.
Yeah. And
That mindset people
Yeah.
have, like, you don't see.
well, I mean, it's different these days, man. It really is. And I told you I was just at the VA, and man, sitting next to these guys that are just this VA sucks. This BITCH, blah 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 blah. Like, yo, bro, if you chill, man, just chill, and don't say thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I mean, don't act entitled. That shit goes a long way, bro.
Yeah.
And it'll change the way people look at you and the way that you're, I don't know. I got mad. So it's just like, it rubbed me crazy, man. So
No, I don't like people being like that either.
Man, built off of what he just said, like you said, at a teenage level, there was a moment that year of traveling and going against that competition opened up his eyes, and he knew it was like, for the taking.
Absolutely.
And he went and earned it himself and took it himself. And it seems like, the youth nowadays, it's like, I deserve it.
yeah, you're right.
It's twisted up because really and truly, you don't deserve anything that you're not willing to go put in the work for and go take.
Like, bro,
yourself.
that's I can remember I drew the line in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
If you wasn't my teammate,
He was getting these.
dude, you was getting it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to shake your hand. I didn't want to be your friend. I didn't want to sit with you. If you didn't have, I think the time we were N1, man, if you didn't have N1 across your chest, man, it was war.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy, man. It was the same thing with us, but we were actually at war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's crazy. Nah, that's what's up. I keep that mindset, man. How old are you, bro?
37.
Oh, you still young too. I say young because you're younger than me. You still young. How old are you?
37.
I know how old you are. You're 36, 37. Yeah, man. So y'all, when was the first time that you met J Train? I'm gonna call you that, bro, because I can't fucking
That's
pronounce
fine.
it.
Like, Jake.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
So we just met this year, and we started talking. And once he started talking, because I mean we meet people all the time, like constantly meet people, and Omar and I have the same mindset, as far as having an entrepreneurial mind or like wanting to go and do and have ideas and pursue those ideas, take chances, and you just don't meet people like that.
Yeah.
So after 10 minutes of talking to him, he starts telling me all these things. I'm like, man, this guy's got it.
Yeah.
Like we can do some stuff. And then, you know, he's telling me all these things. I was like, okay, this is my, when we clicked right there. Like, okay, this is my boy. Let's do
Yeah,
something.
that's what's up, man.
And then so this like his beef jerky deal. You know, me and Omar, our main deal is sales. You know, like that's our role in the company, other than running and owning. But sales, man, we sell everything. So we told him like, hey, man, we'll take your product, and you know we can figure out how to get it on the market, get it in the stores, and do whatever. So that's kind of we're at that point at the bottom floor, getting it going. But
Dope, man. Yeah. And you be sure to send me your logo, man. I'll put it all over this mug so we can share the information, bro. Get this out here.
No,
I like it, man. It's good.
With that Wagyu beef, man.
Yeah, so
there's not a lot of.
So I got questions for this beef jerky game, man, because I know there's some big competitors out there, bro.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this? This is, I mean, have you always been a beef jerky head? You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's one of those deals where, you know, I don't know if you know anything about Texas A&M, but it's a close group. Aggies take care of Aggies.
Yeah.
So, like I said, man, I had got out the league and I had started looking for different avenues of entrepreneur. Because, I mean, I learned in the National Football League, man, I couldn't work for nobody, right? So I was in that deal of trying to find something to do. So a buddy of mine that I went to college with, he worked at Farm 44 in College, Cameron or College Station, one of the two. And he had just hit me off Facebook because I had just got out of rehab and stuff like that from drinking alcohol and prescription drugs from all the football related stuff, right? So he had just sent me a kind message like, hey, bro, keep your head up. You know, I know I'm keeping up with you online, man. You got your head on straight, just stay there. He said, man, there may be an opportunity for you somewhere in this thing, and I'll reach out to you when it's time.
Yeah.
So he finally reached out to me. Long story short, they offered me the beef jerky job.
Yeah.
So it's just all about who you know.
That's what's up, man. So how are you doing as far as your recovery?
Man, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got good guys like this that I can talk to, and I can help. I mean, that we can all help each other because, like I said, man, I was just missing the camaraderie and the team aspect.
it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
When I left the game.
Yeah.
Everybody around me didn't understand the nature of where I come from.
Yeah.
So I got in the funk, right? So once when I met him, you know what I mean? Like I immediately like, oh shit, this shit finna take off like nonstop now. And the fact that I found people that's wired like me, that makes me feel better as a person too as well, because it's somebody out there that is like me.
Yeah.
So
That's that old saying, iron sharpens iron, man.
Yeah, man. That's the
Like-minded
thing.
individuals.
Yeah, it's the same thing, man. I got in my funk when I got out of the military, and I missed that camaraderie. I missed being, bro. Those times I remember waking up at my house and going downstairs, and there'd be 5 or 6 people in the living room. Like, man, who let y'all in? You know what I mean? But it was just it was cool. It was comfortable, and then once you get in out and being by yourself and have to experience life alone, it's crazy.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that bond that you have,
Yep.
there's like a big emptiness there.
There is, man.
And normal person you meet is probably not going to feel or make you feel comfortable to fill that hole.
Right.
And I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, you just, man, find a good group of people. You know, I relied on the alcohol and drugs, you know, when I first got out. I did that for a long time.
I did too.
I did it for a couple of years, and just like, I say a couple of years, it was like a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But, you know, I didn't learn my lesson, man. And, you know, I kept, you know, getting away with this, getting away with that. And I finally got in trouble, and I was like, all right. You know, they sent me to counseling, and I had to do all these programs with the VA and things like that. So I was just like, okay, well, let me do what the court wants me to do, and I'll stop doing all this shit until I'm off this program. So I was like, all right, 30 days went by. I was like, damn, 30 days feels good. 60 days went by. A year went by. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, I was like, man, I got out of the program, and then they were like, yay, yo, you did great. You know, we want you to come back. So the month that I got out of the program, I went back into the program as the speaker of the graduation for the next class, just about like, hey, I'm gonna tell you my life, man. And just, it feels good, you know, not knowing that people relate to your story and people will say, hey man, you know, because I saw you do it, I know I can do it. And that's the dopest feeling in the world, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people say.
You placed a level of accountability onto yourself to be that representative for these other people as well, you know.
It's hard.
That helps you.
It's really hard to come out of that. Like most people don't.
Mentally, that was probably some of the hardest shit that I've ever done.
I agree. Me too.
100%.
Mentally.
100%.
That's saying a lot when you talk about Iraq,
Yeah.
NFL, all that stuff.
Yeah, we at the top. We at the best of the best.
And we're saying it's the hardest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro. I've had some dark moments, man, and I think that was how I seriously got into like podcasting, was sharing my story, my message, and somebody hitting you up and be like, "Hey, man, thanks for saying that. I know that I'm not alone anymore." Right. And I remember being alone in my darkest, deepest place on the floor with a gun. You know, I remember that. And I remember saying like, damn, I'm all alone. You know, thinking that in my head when I probably actually wasn't all alone, but it's just the way I felt. And after that is when I was like, all right, I'm going to try to make some changes in my life, try to do these things right and see what comes out of it, man. And bro, a few years ago, y'all would have told me this shit. I would have been like, man, you're fucking crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Hey, God is good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
crazy, man. I don't even talk about, you know, like mine was like 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
You know, where I was just like doing drugs and alcohol and basically anything I could do to kill myself.
What was the wake up?
The legal system,
Yeah.
you know?
Mine
really.
too. Yeah.
Legal system, and then having a kid.
Yeah.
And going to rehab 5 times.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
5 rehabs
Persistent.
later. Yeah, I'm a persistent
That's
person.
good, bro.
I'll stop till I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, man.
But I don't even, I don't even talk to people or tell. I kind of try to put that behind me just because of the, the business stuff. I almost just, just pretend like it didn't happen. Unless I'm talking to somebody who needs to hear that. But yeah, I try to.
That I understand. But you know what the crazy thing is I'm so open with it, man. And when I knew at first, when it all happened, I was so like, I'm not telling anybody. I'm not telling, people knew my struggles because when you get in trouble in this city right here, they post it on Facebook. So when my mugshot went viral, you know what I'm saying? So like people were like, oh, dang, look at this fool, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, after that, I got out and I was like, all right, okay. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to be seen around the city. I didn't want to be seen doing things. And when I finally knew I was in that recovery, I was going to NA. And I was like, I'm ready to work the program. I put like a picture of myself now, and then I put a picture of that mugshot, and I posted it myself. I was like, this is me. This is where I was, and this is where I am now. Yeah. But I don't tell no secrets because people come in here, man. We have politicians that come in here, congressmen, state senate, the mayor. Everybody comes in here and is on the studio, does different things. And it's just, I want them to know who I am. And what's cool is like, they don't fucking judge me, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you unless you ask me.
Yeah.
My son got in the car, picked him up from school the other day, and he said, Dad, what's this? And it was my mugshot on Google. I was like,
dang. He pulled it up?
Yeah. I was like,
how old is your son now?
That's like a big thing,
Yeah, 'cause
it was like a fad on TikTok, Facebook, like Google your parents.
Was it really?
Yeah. So my kid did it.
For some kids, it ends up hitting.
Yeah.
I've
got like 3 mugshots on there.
Oh, bro, I got a few.
Yeah. And then one of them, it's weird. So one of them, like, it has my mugshot, it has my picture, but then it has some crazy charges underneath it. And so I don't know why my picture is there, but once you click on it, then the actual guy's picture comes up.
Oh, so
and I'm like 7 down on the list.
Yeah.
So my son, it says like, guy tries tells officers, that he's going to kill him when he leaves the jail. And I'm like, son, I didn't do that, I swear.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. Look, and I'm trying to click on it and show him. I was like, I've been in jail, but not for that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't believe you, Dad. Yeah. But so I had to cross that road the other day. But I told him, like, when he was younger, like, he asked, I think, one time. I was like, yeah, been in jail, whatever. No big deal.
It's different now because when my girls are a little older, Faith is 19.
Yeah.
And Layla is 12. So it's just
this tall last time I saw him.
Yeah, I know. So I try to tell them, to be careful with what you do as far as substances, alcohol, drugs, because it's in our blood. You know what I'm saying? Like my older brother's still struggling with it. My mother struggled with it until she passed, and it's just in the
hereditary.
blood. Yeah. So I think that scares her a little bit, my 19-year-old, which is a good thing. And I tell her, I was like, I don't know if this is me just doing bad parenting. I was like, I'd rather you smoke weed than drink beer.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather you do that. And I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I never did anything crazy when I smoked weed.
Well, me neither. Shit.
me neither.
Gain weight.
Yeah.
Fucking
Gain weight and sleep.
Yeah.
watch movies.
Yeah, I never did anything life-threatening.
No. Yeah. Yeah, man. Every time I got arrested naked around the city was because of alcohol. Man. So what's going on with this business, man? Tell me more about it.
Man, it's just, I don't know. It's just been kind of like you're talking about. Where we just, on a whim, just tried it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like everything just fell into place.
Well, first of all, let me ask you this, man. How's your family, bro?
Awesome.
I see your boy looks just like you.
Yeah,
bro.
he really does, man.
Yeah.
It's like I had him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's doing golf, and he's got into golf. He started playing soccer the first year. My daughter's like third year. She's been doing cheer.
Yeah.
That's her thing. My wife is, she got her RN like last year.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Was it last year? Yeah, I think last year.
I think a couple years ago.
It was last year, the year before, and then she did a couple prereqs, and in May she starts the RN to BSN transition. So I'm trying to get her through that, so I don't have to work so hard anymore.
Yeah. How's she doing? She's doing good?
Yeah, she's good.
Good.
She's mad at me today because I'm here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. I
She's
told
griping
you.
at me on the way here.
I told you don't piss her off.
I know she's.
I even told you don't come.
Don't
Nah,
say,
I
don't,
didn't.
don't. She's gonna watch. He said what? He said what?
Nah, man, let me tell you. So me and this dude have been literally around the world together, man. We've been, Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. We were in Qatar. Mm-hmm. We swam in the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
We done some crazy things. But it's just man, I miss you. I had Billy here a few months back, and he came down to the studio, and
So I watched we went down for Sands.
yeah.
And Sands actually came down to my house a couple weeks ago, and he's actually coming. I invited him because I wanted him to meet Jay. Mm-hmm. And he's coming down, I think, next month. He's going to stay the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
And we went down there to see him, but I think somebody told me, so I watched the podcast, and I heard you and Billy talking about the watermelon deal.
Yeah.
But y'all never told the story.
We can't tell the story.
I was like, didn't tell the whole story. But
We can't.
I
Right?
died laughing. I still tell people that story, and that's probably one of the craziest, wildest nights to this day that I've ever, experienced.
You remember Martha Stewart?
No, what's
That was your name. That's what we called you.
Yeah, I remember that. Can't tell that story.
Yeah, no, that's
either.
another story.
You can't tell that one.
Yeah, man.
We had some good times.
Yeah, we did, bro.
Which is crazy because you're in Iraq. It's weird to say that.
Oh, man,
Most people are like, what do you mean?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some of the best times of my life.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, man. Military was some of the best and worst times of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my kids, I wish I could have changed it because I wish I could have been there for your earlier years. And then now when y'all are kind of getting to that point where y'all don't really need me as much, I wish that's what I was doing my military service. Did you have kids as you were traveling?
Yes, sir. I had my first one at 18.
Oh, you were young.
Yeah, right out of high school.
Shit.
Back to back, 3 back to back.
Whoa, well, yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my grandfather had told me dude, man, have kids, but when you have them young. So once you get older, you'll be able to join. So I I shot my shots.
Hey, yeah. It's like,
3 for 3.
You better stop. Yeah.
I had 3 back to back. Then I had a daughter, son, daughter. So I have 5 kids total. Yeah.
You know what that tells me? You got a weak ass pullout game.
It was cold at night.
You having more kids?
No.
Yeah.
No, man, I couldn't do it.
What about you? You got any kids, bro?
I got a 14-year-old daughter and a son that just turned 3.
3? Oh, you got a baby.
So I got a pretty
you got
big
a
gap
baby.
there.
Oh yeah. Hey, but look on the bright side, man. You got a babysitter.
Yeah, kinda.
Nah, the kids different, man. They ain't watching no kids.
Oh yeah, they're
Nah,
different.
they
Yeah.
different, man. These kids ain't
When
watching
we
no
make
kids.
her, right?
Yeah.
Usually
I remember my
comes with
brother
a
watching
negotiation.
me, man. I was 1, he was 2. Yeah.
Basically, back in the day, that's the way it was.
man. That's what's up, man. Let's tell me some more, man. Tell me what y'all been doing, man. Now that you've I know you said what you've experienced a little bit. How about yourself, man? Did you hey, so wait. This is a question. So Lufkin, y'all just rep? Y'all just wanted to go back? Y'all just
Man, I don't know.
Man, for me,
It's home,
man.
I guess.
I mean, for me, man, it was. Man, I got tired of the cities, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then plus my grandma there too. She's
Okay.
still living, so I get to spend a lot of time with her in her older days. But if I wouldn't have had nothing for us like this business, I probably wouldn't have moved back.
Yeah.
Because there's no jobs there. So once I got this opportunity, I was like, you know what? I need to start looking back and going home. So, man, I thought about it and I prayed about it. And, man, it brought me home.
That's what's up.
And Lufkin, as crazy as it is, Lufkin's it's a really unique place. So if you're from the small country, which is kind of what it was when we were young kids, but if you're from the small country, you go to Lufkin, you might feel like it's the city. But if you're from Houston or bigger city, you go to Lufkin, you say this is a small town. So it kind of has a lot of the attributes and features of all worlds.
Yeah.
Right? It's a pretty nice place to settle down. You got enough there, but not too much there. And it's as far as raising your kids, and it's a pretty humble, I guess you feel like, safe place. Right?
No, that's good. You got 2 colleges there. Well, you got Nacogdoches SFA right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You got the junior college at AC right in Lufkin.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, in the last 5 years or 10 years, how much has it grown?
Ooh,
Oh,
shit.
tremendous.
Dude, I'm talking
Tremendous.
about
Then they're running I-69 straight through it.
yeah,
I
they're
mean,
building
it's on
interstate
a,
right through it right now.
It's on a growth.
They're building Brookshire Brothers. That there's only one like it in Texas right now. That's in A&M, Bryan College Station. They're
Yeah.
building one in Lufkin. It's 2-story Brookshire Brothers.
Oh, that's that. It's kind of like
It's
it's
like the bar at the top.
yeah.
All kind of crazy stuff.
I think the guys, the brisket guys that I
Yeah.
was telling y'all about earlier, were talking about it.
Yeah. So you got almost every restaurant you can think of. I give it another 5 years and it's going to be like a humble
Yeah.
or Conroe.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we have so Lufkin only has a population of like 36,000
Man,
on
that's
the
what they
sign.
say.
But on the sign. But I was talking to a friend of mine that, knows all these numbers for whatever reason. But in the surrounding areas, he said there's over 1 million people that flow through Lufkin. It was either on a daily basis or a weekly basis.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's not as small, as maybe you would think it would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just small enough to.
But I mean, if you really think about it, man, we done been there.
Yeah.
We done it.
Experience that fast life.
Yeah, we done experienced that. So now we're at a point in our life where it's slow.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
you.
And we want to keep it slow.
You're right. You're right.
So you adapt back to a slower environment, and you try to make a living off that.
Dude, and after living, having to be in the military and having to live out of state and be away from home, not knocking any other state, but I would never live outside of Texas again.
Oh, 100%.
Like you can't get me
bro.
to cross the line and go live somewhere.
No, I same here, man. I got to experience the different places, different states, and things like that. You know, I enjoyed Colorado just because it's beautiful,
Yeah, it is.
but it's not Texas.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no place like that.
Yeah, and then I got to live in well, it's Mexico, El Paso. You know what I mean? They were like, they told me when I was in Colorado, I was like, hey, aren't you a Texas boy? I said, yeah. They said, you want to go home? I said, yeah. I was thinking they meant Fort Hood.
Yeah.
They sent me to Mexico. I was like, man, this ain't Texas.
That's some racist shit right there.
Yo.
You said home, but I didn't thought you were home.
Yeah. So it was literally the same amount of time to get from Colorado to Houston than it was to get from El Paso to Houston.
That's ridiculous.
It's insane, man. Yeah. I was like, yo, all right, whatever. Yeah.
Texas is crazy big.
It's crazy big, man. So, hey, so what kind of flavors you got with this beef jerky, man? Let me hear it.
Let me see. Right now I'm eating bacon, barbecue bacon. I have habanero, sweet and spicy,
Dill pickle,
original with jalapeno, original
teriyaki.
You said dill pickle?
dill pickle.
Oh, let me taste
try
that.
that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
I'll get you one of those.
Yeah. Man, it's good, bro.
Hey, I
it really
appreciate it.
is.
I try to do my razzle dazzle. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you got to. You got to. So what are you thinking, man? Where are you gonna go with it? What do you see long term? Give me a 6 month, 1 year.
Well, I only dream big. I say in a month, I'm trying to put it in across the states.
Yeah, I like this
In
guy.
all 50. In all 50.
I like this guy.
You know what I mean? I can't dream small. I never dreamed small.
Yeah.
I don't know what small is.
Yeah.
So I need it in Walmart, 7-Eleven, Buc-ee's, Brookshire's. I want it all.
That's what's up, man. I like it. Man, so it's crazy. What was I thinking? I was thinking one of the times that I remember you coming into the city was during Hurricane Harvey.
Oh yeah, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
That was a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, I remember, I was watching, I think it was the Mayweather fight that Saturday. I want to say it was the Mayweather fight. I was watching Mayweather fight somebody. I don't remember who. And then early in the morning, I get a call, and he says, yo, I'm on the way. You good? I was like, yeah. Where you going? What's going on? I didn't even
up?
know, bro. He's like, the city is underwater. I said, what city? Yeah. He said, we're coming down. They came down.
That sound like Mayweather and Canelo time.
I think
It might
that's
have
what
been,
it
actually.
was. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
Because we just had the boat and we're like, hey, this sounds fun. They need some help. Let's go have some fun.
So I remember. So let me tell y'all, this is funny. So a couple of days later, I'm laying down and I hear this voice on the TV, and it says, "This is the Republic of Texas. We take care of our own down here. This is what we do." And I was like, I know that voice. I kept playing it. I was like, it was this fool.
Taking them to safety. Come here, honey.
We're a little different down here in the Republic of Texas. We look after each other and we take care of our own.
He was on the news.
Dude, I was in the New York Times, USA Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
what's up.
It was
yeah,
cool,
I was
man.
like, I know that voice. I told the girl I was with. I was like, oh, man, I said, oh shit, yeah,
And so it was all, right place at right time.
yeah.
So we've been down at Tidwell. We're the first boat. You know that there's like a famous picture of Hurricane Harvey, and it's got like an 18-wheeler out. It's a bunch of cars and a bunch of boats and people, and there's an 18-wheeler like in the middle of the picture. So that was Tidwell. So we were the first boat and vehicle to ever show up at Tidwell.
Yeah,
And we were there for I think 9 hours before the next boat showed up.
that's crazy.
I think we had 60 people out of there before anybody else showed up.
Yeah.
So when we got there middle of the night, like say 10 o'clock at night, stayed there all night until 8 in the morning. And then, sun came up, and when we got back with one of our loads of people, there was freaking airboats and all these other trucks. So we're like, hey, they're covered here. Let's go see if we can find another place to help. We were dog tired, so we went to a hotel right there in Humble and got some rest. And we went out again that afternoon, came back, and a friend of mine had came in from Lufkin that night and wanted to go out. And I was like, man, we've been out freaking, 18 out of the last 24 hours. I don't really want to go. Like, I need some rest. Begged me to go. So we take off, and we're just going to go to Tidwell to see if they needed any more help. And we get to the basically the bridge where you throw your boat out in the water. State trooper was like, hey, man, I got this guy. Can you take him with you? He's a reporter. I was like, yeah, man, tell him hop in. And he says there's 30 or 40 people trapped in a church up Tidwell. He was going to try to get to them and see if we could help them and get the status of them, whatever. And once he got in the boat, he's like, by the way, my name's blah, blah, blah. I'm with the New York Times. I was like, oh, snap. We got a New York Times reporter riding the boat with us right now?
It's like, I better put these pants on.
Yeah, let's get serious. Let's act hardcore right now. And I swear we did, man. We were like trying to be all hard and stuff, like shining the light, looking for people, all professional.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was so
they
fun,
needed
man.
it, though. We needed it, man.
It was cool. I ran over a couple cars, like the top of cars with the propeller of the boat. Like hit them, be like, what's that? I think that was a car, man.
Those cars ain't no good anyway.
No, they were done. They're done.
Yeah, man.
But it was fun, dude. I mean, I say that fun. I don't mean that in like a
Right.
like a I don't mean it in any kind of way. I'm just saying it was coming from the military. Mm-hmm. It was almost like a kind of something you would do in the military. So I enjoyed doing it.
What? So with the construction company, Patriot Construction?
Yeah, Patriot Construction and Consulting.
Construction and consulting. How far do y'all go out from Lufkin?
So that's a question that basically depends on the job.
Yeah.
If you said, hey, I want you to do this apartment complex and it's going to, net us
be worth
X amount of dollars, then it's worth it to go.
Right.
And stay in a hotel for 3 months. But other than that, I hate going past an hour.
Yeah.
It seems like we always lose a lot of our profit margin the further we go.
Right, you lose your profit margin. It's harder to deliver the service that we really are trying to build the company on.
Yeah.
Makes that ability really tough. But that being said, we've came to Houston, which I think it was south side of Houston, so it was about 2.5 hours from where like home base is located, and we painted entire apartment complexes, exteriors, done some stuff like that. Probably the thing that we would travel the furthest and the best on would be roofing.
Roofing?
Yeah, we could do a roof anywhere in Texas.
Yeah.
Because we have the ability we have the crews across Texas to do that. I mean, I think we have 50 roofing crews in our phone right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It doesn't require the same amount of time that, say, like a renovation project or a build or something of that nature actually requires being like hands-on for extended periods of time.
No, if you called Omar and said, hey, I'm over here on the south side of Houston at 123 West Lane, I need a quote on the roof. 15 minutes later, using the software or whatever, he could say, okay, it's gonna be $16,573.
Yeah.
And he never even had to show up.
Yeah.
So they have the stuff like that with roofing that makes it really easy.
That's what's up. That's craziness.
Yeah, so you could do the whole thing other than the installation and never go look at the property.
So starting a company, and this goes for you too, man. I know, how are you figuring it out? Like as far as the financial aspect, the bookkeeping, there's a lot of shit that you have to do with the business. You have to LLC, correct?
Yeah.
And
we're learning as we go.
yeah,
Big time.
yeah, man.
We just got a full-time secretary like I don't know,
Probably about 7 or 8 months
7
ago.
or 8 months ago. And so before that, we were owner, foreman, secretary, bookkeeper,
check writer, payroll, just every single
Everything.
aspect
Yeah.
of it. And that was a little bit overwhelming.
that was,
It
crazy.
is. It is.
And then, they say you make it through it's something like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. If you can get through those first few years, then you actually have a shot for long term, right? So when we started this, I think I speak for both of us whenever I say we kind of felt like that meant if you could get enough work for year 1 and year 2 and year 3 and all that, then you're going to get stabilized out and be good. Well, we got completely blindsided with like the financial struggles that go along with that. And basically, when we get in this line of work, so we do work with insurance. We work with insurance companies and customers and bridge that gap.
State,
Provide
federal.
the service. You know, it might be 30 days before you get paid.
Yeah.
And then we do a government thing, and it's a net 45. So we fund the whole job, labor, materials, everything, finish it. They call it net 45 as you get paid 45 days later. It might take them 5 or 6 days to process it for that time to start.
And they're not even starting processing until you finish the job.
And that's all out of pocket?
Yeah.
This is all out of
So you got to
pocket.
float all that.
So all of a sudden, the busier we got, which was great, like we started this thing out within a month and a half, we landed a 135 unit apartment complex remodel to really like kickstart us. Like, I don't know, we went and had the meeting.
Were y'all able to
guess
turn
we
a
said-
profit from that?
Yeah.
We said the right things and started out. So we're like, hey, we're on a good start. We started getting these net 30s and net 45s, and all this business started kind of coming in. And then that financial part hit us all of a sudden. And I was like, that's the other aspect that they're talking about.
Yeah.
If you can make it through this, because all of a sudden it was like, so we completed job 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, waiting on the money for it, needing to start job 6, and being able to, you know, balance that out and being able to fund progression on these other jobs all of a sudden became tough. And it wasn't because we weren't getting the work or weren't making money off of the jobs. It's just the timeline start getting crazy there.
Yeah.
So you got to have a lot of
you
in-pocket funds, man.
You have
And like
to,
I said, we came from nowhere.
you got to plan.
So that part was
gotta-
that part was a little tough, but I think
you got to juggle, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You got to juggle when
have
those
you went out
paychecks
and
are
got
coming in.
any business loans?
No.
Yeah.
So we just
So we've-
this
All out of pocket?
house.
we've
this house-
muscled through this, and I think we're just about to the part of stability where like things like that aren't going to be such a struggle anymore, and so that, you know, that growing pain there, I think we may.
But you
we're
need,
about
you need to
there,
be proud of yourselves, bro, because a lot of businesses don't accomplish what you've accomplished already without
Absolutely.
owing money to people.
No, for
as far as taking out loans and things like that. That man, that's an accomplishment in itself, bro.
It's
Yeah.
it's been a struggle.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, you know,
You're always going to struggle the first few years of business. If you know it's financial, because you're putting a lot of your own money into it. Especially if you don't want creditors and you don't want to owe people this and that. You know what I mean?
and if you want to grow,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you want to
That's-
grow. I mean, sometimes your first money is, I mean, it's back into the company for a future growth and for a better position in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want to be a handyman service.
No.
You know, that's not what we were looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
we did not want to do
Okay.
that. You know, we wanted
Yeah.
to completely stay away from that. Like we've got a billboard, you know, and down on one of the highways. We've got
No shit.
You know, like we reinvest in marketing and
Yeah.
advertising, and I think we've got almost to the point where now we're a known name, and that's hard
good,
to do.
man. Congratulations. That's good.
And that's all just one piece of it.
yeah.
You know, like the financial part's one piece of the puzzle, and the next part that you need to figure out is your employees.
Yeah.
That's so if you get, say, you got 5 great guys, but then they're all on these work jobs, where you got 3 more jobs coming up. Who's working those jobs? And so managing those guys, so you got 20 guys working for you. Well, then all of a sudden you complete 4 jobs. You have 20 guys. What do you do to keep those 20 guys?
Yeah.
So it's
Keep
like
20 guys busy. I mean, you're talking a lot of work.
yeah, and it doesn't always stay consistent. But you don't want them to leave and go work for somebody else, because that might be one of the best guys you have, and it's just a constant like
I'll tell you,
crazy battle.
one thing I've learned, man, I always tell startup businesses and businesses that are coming up, is one thing for sure is fucking get an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Have
Yeah.
somebody do the books that you don't touch, because it's always a struggle. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm looking, I spend money, bro. I spend too much fucking money, and I shouldn't. I see something shiny and I'm like, oh, I want to get it. You know, it's for the company. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely something I recommend to everybody.
One cool thing I think we do good at, and I really think if anyone, I was telling Sergeant Sands this the other day, and he was saying he was going to work. He just got this job. I said, man, you need to start your own company.
Yeah.
Like, you were a fantastic leader. You have all these skills.
He was one of the good ones.
Yeah, you could be a good one. And so I think Omar, he's exactly the same in this aspect. Like, the way we treat our employees, or I don't even call them our employees, the guys we work with, the way we treat them and like take care of them, and like, I think that has a lot to do with our success too.
Absolutely.
Because those guys care. They don't want to let us down. You know?
Now they want to do good. They want to do good for us.
Yeah.
It's back to that, at the end of the day, it's all about a paycheck. But if you're treating these guys right, they know a paycheck's inevitable, right? If, should be, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to, it's not just for that. They begin to take a pride in what they're doing because they also want to do good for us because we just do good for them.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. That's definitely what it's about.
What we gonna do for dinner?
I'm gonna tell y'all
Barbecue.
Barbecue?
Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all down over here down the street. There's a good barbecue restaurant called Killen's Barbecue.
Killings?
Killens.
Yeah.
Killen.
Ronnie Killen. He does some barbecue out here, man. I'm excited to take you guys over there. We can check it out.
So, me and Omar, we've got we might be starting something new. I'm not even going to say what it is, but we've got a new venture on top of what we got here. We got a new thing. In the next week we'll know, and if we get into that, that'll be a pretty big game changer as far as a new business
Yeah,
deal we got going on too.
that's what's up, man. J Train, tell me some of the things you learned so far, man, with this business venture coming up. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm listening. Well, I mean, I learned a lot. I've been a walking brand myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the hardest part for me is the learning curve is just applying what I already knew to business. I mean, it's really the same thing, but I've learned to put myself around people that's been there and done it, because I can take constructive criticism. I can take the do's and the don'ts, more so the don'ts.
Right.
I'm not the guy that, hey, I'm not gonna listen to you because you this. No, I'm gonna sit down with you. I learn from you. He learned from me. I learned from him. I learned from you to become successful. I mean, that's really all. That's really all I learned. Like you got to put yourself around people that's done been there and done it.
That's what's up.
I
That's
don't like to hear constructive criticism,
No, it doesn't.
You know what?
but I listen to it.
I the same.
I just don't like to hear it because I'm mad at myself already, I think.
Well, I do take constructive criticism. I don't know. Maybe not necessarily right, but I take if people come in and be like, you know what would look tight? Or you know what would look good? Or this and this and this. So I do that. But, but other than that, I kind of just do what I want to do.
With Arik, you got to disguise that constructive criticism in I'm pumping you up into a direction. Man, you'd be really good or kick ass at, if you did this.
Yeah.
That's so true. I don't like it.
Then he's like, oh, yeah.
I believe it.
You're right. I would do good if I did that.
Hey, that's crazy though. I mean, but we all different though.
Yeah.
We all different in different ways. So
The way you speak, you got like this motivational speaker thing to you. Have you ever thought about doing anything along those lines?
no,
No?
I mean it's because, dude, like, man, this world right now is soft.
You right?
You know what I mean? And I don't like wasting my time.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Shit, I feel you.
like I know out of 7 billion people in the world, there's nobody built like me.
Okay.
Like, because
That's real shit.
like at 9, dude, I told myself I was going pro. I done that. Like, it took me years to get there, but I followed my own blueprint. And all I did was hard work, pay attention, stay out of trouble, be disciplined, accountability, hold yourself accountable. I put all that. I learned from Michael Jordan. I learned from Magic Johnson. I learned from Kobe.
The greats.
I learned from Shaq. I learned from Elijah Wan.
Don't say LeBron.
Bro, you come on now. We can't have that argument.
Man.
Please not today.
I'm just saying.
Why not LeBron? Why?
And you know what? I think he's got I think he does a lot for the community. And I just think that, honestly, in my opinion, I think that he changed the NBA in a different way.
Yeah, it's soft.
And I think he created that, or that movement.
No, that's the nature. That's the nature of business.
Would LeBron be LeBron in the 90s?
6'8",
Would
260.
Would he be LeBron?
He'll be way better than LeBron right now.
Man, they used to choke Michael and fucking throw Kobe against the damn board. And
I get that, but we're talking about a freak of nature. 6'8", 260 pounds, moving the way he moves.
Agreed. I think he would be one of the greatest, no matter what era. I don't think he has what like a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan.
Is he your top?
No, Kobe's my top.
A second.
LeBron.
Over MJ?
Over MJ.
Yeah. All right. That's your as long as you didn't go one. I'm a
Because-
Kobe was the
Because I looked at what Kobe done.
yeah.
He mimicked Michael
Yeah.
2.0.
Oh yeah. With the asterisk and star though.
So of course he's better than Michael to me.
Yeah, man.
That's just my opinion.
No, you're right. I just feel different, man, because I don't know if he could have the Elijah Wans, the David Robinsons,
He dunking on them.
you think so?
Easy.
Shaquille O'Neal in his prime.
No.
No.
No. Man, you can't be stupid. Like you can not like LeBron. I'm fine with that.
No. I just say
Well, dude,
that's the reason I don't like LeBron.
Science is science.
Yeah.
That dude is a freak of nature, man.
Yeah. So if it comes out right now he was to piss hot for steroids, would it be anything different?
No.
He would still say like he was
Because steroids don't make you a better basketball player.
it don't make you a stronger player?
No.
What's the point of steroids?
This is
Longevity.
what they taught him in the NFL to say.
Longevity.
He said I plead the fifth.
Longevity.
Yeah, okay. He's what, 39?
Yeah. And still putting up numbers.
Absolutely that.
You think he'll win another championship?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
You know, Houston might take him out this year. Out of the playoffs in general.
I mean, it's becoming a younger league. I mean, he still got about 4 or 5 in it.
What you think about Jalen Green?
He's an animal.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, he's an animal. I like him.
Yeah. I'm a fan, man. I think one of my favorite players of all time in the NBA was Vernon Maxwell.
He locked Jordan ass up.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite players because he didn't give a shit. He was the first. I'll run into the stands and punch you in the face.
Yeah, he locked Jordan ass up.
Yeah,
And he talked about it.
yeah.
Every time he wanted Jordan shit every time.
Dude, I still remember that time. I don't know if you bet on the Super Bowl. Did you bet? What did you do? You bet
Yeah, I bet on the Super
You
Bowl.
won like I don't remember. Back then, I thought
it was like $17,000.
yeah, something crazy. I was like, what the crap, dude?
Did you win?
I won. Ooh. It was when New York was in the Super Bowl and Plaxico Burress caught that ball like that. You remember that when he caught
Against
the
the
ball?
Patriots.
Yeah, and they won.
Yep.
Yeah, I put in. It was like 16-1, 17-1, something like that. And I put in $1,000 on the fucking Giants to beat the Patriots, just because. Actually, my buddy Billy told me to do it, and I didn't. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, we had the Iraq money. It was a little different then.
Did you pay Billy?
No, I gave Billy my friendship for the rest of his life.
Oh, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? We still there. He knows what's up. Yeah.
Do you remember Chad Daltrey?
I do. Yeah.
That dude he was like a freak when it came to sports. I always thought he was, because you could be like, hey, tell me about this player. And it could be some like random guy from 1970. He could tell you the high school he went to, like his yardage and the story behind where he came from.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Sports run the world.
Yeah, he was a sports fanatic. I mean, he is too. Billy is too.
Oh yeah, man. We were talking
Omar
about
is. Y'all are.
we talked about a long time ago, man. I was like, me and this dude gonna start a podcast together. No, we said a radio show. This is back in the day before podcast was a thing. And he came over here a couple months. He said, man, I'm still waiting on that show. I said, shit, I got it now. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. So what do y'all see? What's going on?
Man,
give
you
us
got
6
anything?
months. You got any events coming up?
We don't really have nothing. We've got this house we're doing, and we don't really have anything big coming up.
Well, tell me how can people find you, man?
So you can check us on Facebook, our website, patriotconstructiontx.us. What else? We got a couple different websites. So we have a couple of different kind of things, like for different sites, different advertising. They have their own little platforms, and they'll kind of click funnel it over to ours. Facebook. We just started Instagram, so that's something we're gonna kind of pursue.
Yeah.
Kind of get with the times.
You got to, man.
Yeah,
The only thing I want to do is I don't do TikTok, bro, because it's just not my thing. The only time I watch a TikTok is when my kids send me something like, Dad, watch this. That's it. Because that's too easy. Next thing you know, it's like YouTube. Remember YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course y'all know YouTube. But like, yeah, me too. But like, I'll start something educational, and then it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching bum fights or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? like
Sucks you into that.
Yes. And then it gives you the same stuff you're interested in and keeps sending it to you. So
you just watching by the time you realize.
No, man, I think the first full year we did over 1 million.
Good shit.
So I think this year, I'm really excited to see what we're going to do. Get 6 months from now, holler at me.
Yeah.
Come back in here and tell you
cool,
what we're doing.
Man. Yeah. It's, besides numbers, man, if you feel growth in yourself, that's what it's about, bro.
Oh, 100%.
That's all it is. It ain't all that number shit, and that's cool.
It's a building what we've been building, and the what's it called, like the atmosphere that you're creating.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a different word, but like that, like what you've created in here.
Yeah.
Like what the way you feel when you come in, what that, that.
Homie. I just wanted it to feel homey, bro. I wanted people to come in here and just feel relaxed. Like it's just me and you talking. We ain't doing nothing else.
We've built that same thing with our stuff, where it's like a group of friends and family.
Yeah.
When the first day the secretary came to work, we felt like she'd been there for 10 years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just the constant grind and the, doing the stuff that we thought we wanted to do, taking on the jobs that we didn't so much want to do, and just going through, the pit basically to get the right growth. We're super excited. It's like next week we're closing on a flip house funded with the bank, that like all of that hard work put the numbers into the company that have allowed us to now begin the journey with the bank fundings and get into things that we think are really cool, to where now, we'll take on projects for, ourselves.
Yeah.
Do new builds from the ground up for ourselves versus, working for, so-and-so and so-and-so. And some of these customers that we have are, absolutely amazing, really great experiences. And then some, it's a fight.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a battle. So
business, baby.
It's cool to take our experiences and our creativity and now put them in something that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we've had customers where we've literally told them, hey, you shouldn't do this. And they do it anyway. And then in the end, they're like, not happy. It was like, dude,
we told you.
Yeah.
We recommended this. You said, no, that I like that idea, but, we want to spend the amount of money but we just want to do it this way. This is going to be suffice for the goal that we have. And then in the end, I mean, everything just points out to where it's like, maybe not the best decision, and then that falls on us in their eyes to a certain extent. Yeah. It's like we tried to guide you down a path that we thought would be y'all's greatest success, but at the end of the day, we're working for you at this point.
We run into
you
that
hired
a
us
lot
to do what you wanted.
Because, people are on budgets. You know, but so that's understandable. But so it's nice to be able to do it without having to worry about the wrong decisions being made. Yeah.
You know, you got to find your clientele too, man. Because when I started this, my initial clientele was just whoever. You know what I'm saying? But now it's kind of different. My biggest clientele are churches.
Right.
They want to come in here and create podcasts and things like that to share their message to different ages, and you
That's
know,
cool.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just it is. We got people. So the different podcasts we have some that come in here, like I told you, to talk about barbecue and just. We have the churches. We have a couple of kids that come in here. I say kids, they're 21, 22 years old, kids. So like they'll be out at the club or something like that, and he'll call me and be like, "Hey man, can we shoot a podcast?" I say, "Yeah." They got a few drinks in them. They come, they talk about everything from entrepreneurship to women. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's good listening though. And then man, we got a bunch of different ones that come in here, man. So it's dope, and like I say, bro, a couple years ago, I would have been like, man, you crazy. I ain't doing no damn podcast studio. What is that? I don't even know what that is. That's the only one in Pearland. So
it's really taking the place of radio. I mean,
it is.
Yeah.
It really is. Do you listen to radio still? Do you?
No.
I don't either, bro. Yeah, I don't either.
I got one radio show I listen to because it's on every morning when I take my kids to school.
Yeah.
Kid Credit.
that might be the only one I listen
Probably,
to.
Yeah, I don't.
But
Yeah, I'm YouTubing or music app.
Well, as soon as my kids get in the car, it's like, Dad, pass me the auxiliary cord.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man.
I mean, we're always talking in the truck.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
The radio never comes on the whole day we're driving around, and we're in the truck like 7 hours a day sometimes.
Yeah.
At least 5 hours a day we're riding around the truck.
And I mean, oftentimes those truck rides and stuff are
It's our office meetings.
yeah, and it's almost our only opportunity to, plan things out, go over things, bounce ideas, prepare for the next person we're talking to, go over who we just met with and talk to, and analyze things, because like you say in the beginning, it was just any job that came to you. Yeah, good job, good job.
Right.
Long term, you realize not every job's a good job.
You ain't a good fit for that job or good fit for that people.
I'll tell you a quick funny story. So before I ever met or got with Omar, before I ever even worked for this other guy that we worked for together, I wanted to try to do construction on my own. No experience. I had like a screwdriver at my house, maybe a hammer.
Was it a Craftsman?
I think it was a pink one. It was my wife said she got it for like Christmas.
Yeah.
And so the first job I ever tried to go land.
He's serious.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm absolutely serious.
Yeah.
First job I ever went to land, because I put a little Facebook account, made a little business name. And I walked in there and they started asking me all these questions and stuff. And all I did was like, hey, give me 1 second. Let me run to the truck and grab a pen and paper. I walked outside, got my truck, and I watched a YouTube video about the sheetrock and stuff they were talking about, because I didn't know. I was like, I don't even know what they're asking me right now. And I was Googling stuff. And so when I went back in there, I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to tape and float this stuff right here. I was faking it till I make it, man.
You got to, man.
I never forget. You talking about YouTube. Yeah, I was YouTubing shit out in the truck.
Bro, I still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that to
We
this
still
day.
do that sometimes,
Yeah.
because sometimes there's things that we run across that we're like, whoa, I don't know.
When I'm doing editing, different video editing and things like that, bro, and there's a question I have, I YouTube it. I'm like, yeah, come on, teach me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
Imagine if they had YouTube when we were kids.
I don't know, man. I might be in prison. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if we would have wanted that
Not being able to
recording all
handle
the time.
that. No.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, man, tell us the beef jerky. How can people reach out to you? How can people find it?
It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's basically JorvorskieLane.com. JorvorskieLane.com.
Yeah. So y'all be sure to check it out, man. I can vouch for the barbecue bacon. It's delicious. And I'm not sharing this one with nobody. So fuck.
Absolutely.
Man, hey, it's been great, guys. We're gonna wrap this up, man.
Yeah, we
And
enjoyed it, man. Thanks
gonna
for having
say
us.
so we can go have dinner. You guys, man, thank you as always for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow. Be sure to check my guys out, man, at Patriot Construction.com.
TX.US.
There you go. And then check out J-Train. Say your website one more time.
JavorskieLane.com.
Yeah. English was my second language, bro.
So,
No, it wasn't. I don't know Spanish. So you
Me
guys, yeah?
me neither.
Yeah. Okay. How about you?
Man, we're trying to learn. That's one thing I wish we would have learned.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially in that.
Much needed.
Yeah. So you guys, be sure to follow us, man. As always, check out on your friends, check on your family. If you're in any assistance in a crisis, be sure to text 988, press 1 if you're a military or veteran. If you just need someone to talk to, you can also text that number. You can call 988 for any kind of assistance if you're in need. Be sure to reach out, check on your friends and family. And as always, Charlie, Mike.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It is me, Soldier Hardwood, Redcon 1 Music Group, and thank you for listening to Charlie Mike, the podcast. Yay!